I must confess something rather scandalous, a dalliance that has consumed my thoughts. I have been utterly and completely seduced. Now, before your minds race to boudoir and whispered sweet nothings, allow me to clarify. The object of my affection is not a person, but a word. Yes, a mere collection of letters. Seduction. It sounds rather racy, doesn't it? One pictures clandestine meetings, the faint scent of expensive perfume on a stolen letter, a certain glint in a mischievous eye. The word seems to flirt with you, promising secrets and thrills beyond polite conversation. But what if this provocative term is not just for lovers and spies? What if its power is at play all around us in mundane and delightful circumstances? Seduction is a far broader church than you might imagine. It is a subtle force that guides our choices, tickles our fancies, persuades our senses. It operates not just in the heart, but in the bakery, the concert hall, the humble supermarket aisle. It is the hidden persuader, the gentle tempter, the silent beckoning. At its core, seduction is simply the art of attraction, the act of making something or someone so appealing that desire naturally follows. It is not about force or demand, it is about invitation and charm. Seduction works by making the alternative, saying no, seem utterly unthinkable, a foolish sacrifice of potential pleasure. It whispers rather than shouts. It suggests rather than insists. The goal is to make the other party feel that the choice to say yes was entirely their own brilliant idea, a wonderful discovery they made all by themselves, when in fact they were gently guided to that conclusion all along. Consider the humble baker. She does not merely bake a cake, she orchestrates a multi-sensory symphony of seduction. First, your eyes are captivated. You see the glossy, rich chocolate frosting swirled into perfect peaks, the delicate dusting of cocoa powder, the single perfect raspberry placed just so on top. Then your nose becomes an accomplice. The warm, sweet aroma of sugar and vanilla wafts from the open door of the shop, a fragrant siren call that bypasses all logic and speaks directly to the most primal parts of your brain. Let us imagine a young woman named Maya who is just beginning to wrestle with the nuances of the English language. One afternoon, while sharing a pot of tea with her wonderfully eccentric and worldly friend Tom, she encounters our word of the day.
I read this word in a book. What is seduction?
Tom leans back, a theatrical twinkle in his eye. He takes a slow, deliberate sip of his Earl Grey.
An excellent question. Imagine you're a fisherman. Instead of a wriggling worm, you place a small, exquisitely cut diamond on your hook.
The diamond catches the sunlight and glitters beneath the water. A particularly discerning fish sees the mysterious sparkle. It is not bait, not food, but it is utterly captivating. The fish is intrigued, it forgets its caution. It swims closer and closer until, snap! It is hooked. Maya's eyes widen in understanding.
Seduction is a shiny hook for people?
In a manner of speaking, yes, a very shiny hook indeed.
Once Maya's eyes were open to the concept, she began to see seduction absolutely everywhere, particularly in the glittering theater of commerce. A trip to the local shopping center became an anthropological expedition. She noticed how a boutique clothing store arranged its mannequins, not in stiff, formal poses, but in relaxed, conversational groupings, as if they were friends sharing a secret. The lighting was warm and flattering, the music was cool and contemporary, and a subtle, pleasant fragrance. Was it vanilla or sandalwood? Hung in the air. The shop was not just selling clothes, it was selling an aspirational lifestyle, seducing customers with the promise of becoming as effortlessly chic as the environment itself. Returning to our dear Maya, her journey of discovery reached its delicious conclusion. After her illuminating chat with Tom, she walked past the very same bakery that had initially caught her eye. This time, however, she saw it not just as a shop, but as a masterful performance. She saw the shiny hook in the glossy frosting and the lantern path in the warm, welcoming scent. She smiled, appreciating the artistry of it all. This was not a malicious trick. It was an honest invitation to experience a moment of joy. The cake was not pretending to be anything other than what it was, a delightful, sugary indulgence. And so she surrendered. She walked in, bought a generous slice of the chocolate fudge cake, and took it to a nearby park bench. With each soft, rich, and deeply satisfying bite, she felt no sense of being tricked or manipulated. On the contrary, she felt a sense of gratitude. This, she concluded, was seduction at its finest, an honest transaction of delight.